Welcome back. It's Monday again, and that means it's time for a new and improved Q&A Monday. This is episode number 19. Please excuse our dust. We're making some revisions to our studio space, and I don't want to show it to you until I'm done. The pace of this video is going to be a bit faster than you've seen before. Leave me a comment on whether this is better for you or not. I'm trying to take the dead time out of my videos and give you the most information possible without wasting your time. Our question for today comes from Brett. Brett sent me a long email detailing his experience with annealing and asked the following question. Why anneal every time? In my opinion, F-Class is one of many disciplines in sports where we play a game of follow the leader. In most cases, we can't define why another competitor obtained the results they did, so we just copy all of their steps. I believe that annealing brass falls squarely into that round hole. I anneal so my rifle is more accurate, said absolutely nobody at the top of the list. Just like sorting and measuring, annealing has to solve a problem and be something that I can't solve with a less intrusive action. Like everything I do, I have to justify to myself the value of doing it. I only have so much time and so much money. In my case, annealing my brass extends the life of it and prevents premature case neck cracking. It also provides me with a basis to build my other processes, especially my case sizing process, upon. I'm not going to try to describe elastic versus plastic deformation of brass, work hardening, or what yield means. If you want to know about those things, go pick up a nice textbook at your local engineering university. Instead, let me demonstrate with this paperclip. If I bend it back and forth several times, it will eventually crack and break. This same process occurs in your brass when you fire it in a chamber with big enough clearances for F-Class or field shooting. Being a competitor that shoots several big matches in a row during the year, I keep a lot of brass in rotation. At over $1.30 per case, a case life difference of 10% would become a significant amount of money expended each year. When I failed to anneal, I cut my case life in half. Now hear me when I say this. Annealing is not an activity without risk. It is easy to get results that don't actually affect the brass hardness, or create a less consistent hardness, or worst of all, makes the brass so soft that it's worthless. Just putting heat to brass willy-nilly is a really bad idea. Annealing can also become another tuner in your shooting. You can spend all of your time in barrel life trying to optimize something that may not turn out to be statistically significant to your match results. Or, worse yet, can become a distraction that prevents you from getting better. With that in mind, I do anneal. I anneal with an AMP annealer. It gives me excellent results without the open flames and machinery associated with flame annealing. I'm not saying that you can't do excellent annealing with a flame, because I certainly did for quite a few years. But the AMP is just easier and safer for me. Once the brass is annealed, I go directly to my sizing process, which I've already made a video about. I'll leave a link around here somewhere. That process is based upon having repeatable brass properties. Any change to the hardness of the brass affects the outcome of a sizing process regardless of the process used. Now, consistent, proper annealing prevents me from having to sort my brass after sizing or adjust my sizing process from batch to batch. Most simply, the sizing method that I use is designed to provide maximum precision in headspace and neck diameter dimensions over the entire lot of cases when those cases are consistently annealed. Now that's not a simple task. It takes annealing, hard stops, and dwell time to get that level of precision. But it leaves me with brass that is a waste of time to measure. To be clear, I do not anneal for bullet seating force or neck tension. Those are controlled elsewhere in the processes. So here's my advice for hunters that have smaller lots of brass and fire a lot less rounds a year than a very active F-Class competitor. I don't think annealing makes sense. You can buy new cases. For a PRS shooter that shoots a lot, it does. For the bench rest competitor, I don't think it does. Or more accurately, bench rest competitors don't seem to, and they get excellent results without annealing. Should you anneal? That's up to you. I'd encourage you to think about the real benefits before dropping a wad of cash on a new process. That's all I have for this week. Think about your processes and whether you really need to do things like annealing. Shoot straight, and I'll see you on the range.